Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's having a beautiful Monday. Um, this is for my elect, for God's chosen. All right, and I know I know I'm not the only one that's gone through this, because the enemy can see our light when we come into this world. But this group home that I was staying in for disabled people was actually a whole coven of witches and warlocks. And this was a family-owned business. These people were draining me of my energy. They were making me very uncomfortable. Big time narcissistic abuse. And they were making money off of me. And I didn't even pay attention to it at first. But they were getting paid through my insurance for services that they weren't even giving me. I was making my own bed. I vacuumed my own room. I washed my own clothes. I cooked my own food and cleaned up after myself. And I washed and bathed myself. And I'm paralyzed and in a wheelchair. But they were getting paid through the insurance company for services that they weren't providing. And then not only that, but when I asked if they could take me to the grocery store, all of a sudden, 8 months later, they wanted to charge money just to take me to the grocery store. And then not even come in to help me get anything if I needed help getting it off the top shelf or anything like that. That's how the enemy works. On top of me giving them $700 a month in rent out of my SSI check. Now, if you get SSI, you know you don't get much. I didn't work enough on the books, unfortunately, because I worked under the table a lot of my jobs. But it is what it is. But when I started to catch on what these people were doing and how they were treating me, because like I said, man, I started having my spiritual awakening in like 2021. 2020 for real. But 2021, man, it got heavy. It got real heavy. As I even took my life in 2021, November the 18th of 2021. That's when I hung myself in the hotel. Wow. 1118221. That's crazy. And I don't know if you guys really are into, I'm not really into math, but numbers, numerology, believe it or not, the scripture, verse, and chapter in the Bible, they do have meanings behind them. And I haven't really got into that with you guys yet. Sorry if you guys can't see me, man. I know I haven't really got into that with you guys yet, but I will, because it's important. It really truly is. And if you're seeing numbers pop up a lot, the same numbers, or a sequence of numbers that are the same, you want to pay attention to it, because that's usually a message from God. Now, people call them angel numbers and stuff like that. And they could very well be. But it says in the Bible not to worship angels. You know what I mean? To worship that God only. And I know I'm very appreciative for God sending his angels to war for me. That's for sure in the spirit realm. But I know there's a lot of videos out there that says, wanting to know or wanting to tell you about what your angel is, or talking about angel numbers and stuff like that. And some of that may very well, some of the things that they say may be true. But to me, that's a form of worship, if you will. And even in Revelations, John actually got down on his hands and knees and started worshiping an angel. And an angel actually told him, no, don't do that. Don't worship me, because I'm a servant just like you are. I'm a servant of God just like you are. Worship God. So, but the numbers and the sequence of these numbers, they do have a meaning. So do pay attention to them, because it's either a revelation that God is trying to give you, or he's trying to warn you about something, or he's trying to, give you a surprise about something. But back to this whole coven thing. When I started to catch on what they were doing and catching on to their narcissistic abuse, because you got to remember, I was in a house with two other people that were supposedly disabled. They could both walk. One was in a wheelchair, the other one wasn't. He was on a walker. And they were clients of these people, but they were possessed too. Like, this was a whole house, man. And they are these secret organizations. They are, and it's not really a secret organization. What it is it's a group of demons set up in houses, man, that feed off of people's energy. And they do not want me to do what I'm doing right now, which is exposing them and their demons, because people will start to catch on and realize, okay, well, these people are feeding off my energy. So now I'm taking away from their energy source. And that's one of the reasons why the devil's been coming after me so hard. He definitely don't want me up here doing this. But oh well. I'll do the Lord's will. I'm here for the Lord. But for the sake of the elect, this whole coven, this lady went and took a TDO out on me. Tried to get me involuntary committed into a mental institution by saying that I have a dark side that wants to punish demon sinners, that I hallucinate, and that I'm off my medication, which I only take 2 medications. And none of them are opiates or anything like that. But I only take 2 medications, and it's for depression and my ADHD. But she tried to say that I was off my medications, and that she had a video stating that I wanted to cut these people from ear to ear, and that the people in the house were afraid of me, and they were locking their doors. Man, let me tell you. And I wasn't afraid of any of them or anything like that. But I stuck to myself, man. I stayed in my room 9 times out of 10 unless I went outside to smoke a cigarette, because I was smoking at that time. And I was still smoking weed at that time. And then I'd go back in my room. And, these people, they would be out there, talking all kinds of stuff, trying to get me to think about my past, or trying to get me to think on certain things, because these demons, they're idols. They're false idols is what they are. They feed off our energy. They feed off our light like that, especially if you got the divine light. And like I said, this is for my chosens, because I know I'm not the only one that's gone through this. But took a 2DO out on me, tried to get me involuntary committed. So I sat in the hospital for 72 hours for nothing. And they thought that I was going to wig out. They thought that I was going to freak out is what happened. So even the officer that came there, she told me, man, I don't even want to take you in. She was like, she even argued with the community service board, because she went to the community service board and the magistrate. And the officer was even arguing with the community service board. She told me, she's like, I hope you sue these people. She's like, even if you want to subpoena my video, and you got that evidence, not a problem. She's like, you got a sound mind, you know what's going on, your room's immaculate. Because everything, man, everything has its own place. You know what I mean? It has its own home. And sat in the hospital. I didn't freak out because that's what they wanted me to do. I already knew that. And then they were messing with me in the hospital too, because these demons are everywhere, man. You got to understand, there's a lot of people in love with the dark, man, and a lot of people that have fallen away. And they were trying to mess with me even in the hospital. But I talked to 3 psychiatrists. All 3 psychiatrists said that I was fine. I needed to stay on my medication, which I was. I think they even took a urine test. I passed, of course. And I got a car coming, man. I don't know why. But everything was cool. I passed everything, you know what I mean? And the psychiatrist said, you know, you seem fine to me. And then she went the next day and took a temporary restraining order out on me and got it extended. So then I couldn't even go back to the house after I got out of the hospital because I called their demons out. I tested the spirit and they couldn't confess Jesus Christ. So I've been homeless since December the 15th. I was in the hospital for 3 days before that, which was the 12th. So I couldn't go to the house. I couldn't get any of my stuff. Only thing I had was the clothes on my back and my blanket that I took with me to the hospital that the officer was nice enough to let me take with me. So I want you to know that even when you're being attacked, man, and you call on God, God will give you a peace, man, like no other. He is the Prince of Peace. Jesus Christ is the Prince of Peace, man. He will give you a peace like no other. And I mean, I've been sleeping outside in a cemetery across from a church that actually, the church that's on my first video, that kicked me out because I proclaimed that I was John the Apostle. And they were doing communion. So that's another reason why I got upset, because they were taking communion in vain. But they'll be judged for it. It even says that in the Bible. But they ran me out of the church, so I sleep in the cemetery that's behind the church, actually. Even right now. Because I don't have anywhere to go, and I'm not going to go sit in a nursing home. I just can't. And for one, I'm only 38 years old. I'm about to be 39 April 30th, actually. I'll be 39. And I just can't sit in a nursing home, man. But I just want y'all guys to know that no matter what you're going through, if you call on Jesus Christ and you call on God, man, he will be there for you. Because I'm going to tell you right now, like I said, I'm paralyzed and in a wheelchair and I'm outside. Look, they're so mad right now that I'm unbothered. These demons are so mad right now that they're trying to break me so bad. But the power of God dwells within me, man. And he dwells in you too. So just know that you're not alone. If whatever you're going through, if you need prayer, message me in the comments. I will write you back. I will pray for you. If you want to be saved, I will help you get saved. And just know that you call on God, man, and ask for that peace. He will give it to you guys. I mean that wholeheartedly with all of my heart and all of my love. And I just want you to know that the enemy wants us bad. But he that is in us is greater than he that is in this world. Remember that. And not only that, but Deuteronomy 12:3, and ye shall overthrow their altars and break their pillars and burn their graves with fire. And ye shall hew down the graven images of their gods and destroy the names of them out of that place. Remember that. God loves you. I love you. And like I said, man, if you need somebody to talk to, message me in the comments. I will write you. I will talk to you all day if you want. It don't matter. As long as we're talking about God, Jesus Christ. I love you guys. Have a great day.